It was a living nightmare 24/7. Didn't matter if it was daytime or nighttime, the bugs were everywhere.
It felt like the invasion of the cockroaches. It felt like anywhere you turned, there was going to be one.
As German cockroach infestations grow, they can infest all different types of places, including your plumbing. They can actually get inside the plumbing chases, the pipes themselves, and they'll reproduce perfectly fine in those environments and come out to feed as they need.
But the Weiserts refuse to give up. Fred and Devon go in search of the roaches' way into the house.
I noticed around my tool area and paint area that there was bugs everywhere. I couldn't understand how they were getting in.
Fred heads outside to look for an entrance point.
I went outside in between the two houses. I'm right next to the problem house.
Pipes and cracks are giving the roaches easy access into the Weiserts' home.
These bugs have a way to get into our house. They found a way to get in.
Fred seals up every potential entry point. The family then pays for months of further pesticide treatments. Finally, the roaches start to disappear.
It was like a nightmare that we never slept through. And from being so tired of fighting these problems, we just realized that the bugs weren't here anymore.
Came to an end in my mind the next summer after, like a year later. You know, the house next door was rented, it was redone, and I felt like, okay, you know, I guess it's over now.
They were finally gone, and we won.
Do you have what it takes to survive an infestation? Find out at animalplanet.com/infested.
I saw something on top of the cabinet. To me, it was a monster.
You could feel them moving over your body, and then you feel a bite.
I was going crazy. How could this possibly be happening to us?
How many are there that we can't see?
Am I going to be comfortable sleeping here?
We were on the brink of nervous breakdown.
We need to get out and not come back.
3 different families fighting 3 different infestations. Home is a sanctuary, but invaders don't respect boundaries. Our 4 walls provide all they need to survive, to thrive, and to multiply. And when they move in, home will never feel the same again. In rural Texas, David Solis and his girlfriend Annette Quintana have just closed on their new home.
I was so incredibly excited.
For David, the house offers the best of both worlds.
We have a property that allows us to do all the things we want to do. We're only 20 miles from downtown Austin, so we felt that we had the perfect home.
As David organizes the house, he finds something unusual.
I'm not a fan of snakes, so that kind of brought me down. Going through my mind at this time was now, how many snakes are in this house?
He checks around the house for places where snakes could be getting in.
for about a month. And the people that lived here before us forgot to cover up the dryer vent. So in my mind, that vent had been open for a month, and no telling how many snakes had come in.
With the house secure, the couple gets on with making it a home.
The property out here, it's quiet, it's peaceful, and it's incredibly gorgeous. I went into the back room, so I took off my shoes, and I felt something under my foot. And there was a scorpion.
The dead isn't stone. Luckily, the scorpion is dead.
That's my biggest fear in the entire world is a scorpion. So even dead, it petrified me. To me, it was a monster.
Like the snakeskin they found the day they moved in, David and Adette hope the sighting is a one-time thing. And they forget about it.
I was watching TV. Something caught my eye, and I looked down, and there was a scorpion.
David keeps the scorpion sighting to himself.
I kept it from her because she's not a fan of scorpions. That's like her worst fear. Maybe I ought to keep an eye out for these things.
The next day, when Adette is out, David works on a plan to avoid any more nasty surprises.
So I didn't say anything. I went and just the regular bug bombs. I set them off in the house. I was very confident. You know, like all of us, I've lived in other places where you have mice problem. You set out the traps and baits, and you're done with it.
That night, Adette is none the wiser.
We decided to eat in the living room while watching the television. I was holding the plate with one hand and eating, totally focused on the show. I feel a thud right on my head, flickers down my nose, right onto my plate. There's a scorpion.
And the scorpion in David's dish isn't alone. 160 miles away, in a Houston hospital, Sarah Staggs is fighting for her life. She's battling an infection. Doctors have no idea how she contracted it. 2 months earlier, Sarah was in perfect health, living in a new apartment near her college campus.
I liked the apartment. It was the perfect place for a grad student to live.
Sarah is close to finishing 2 degrees and has little time for anything except schoolwork.
I was only about a month and a half or 2 months away from graduating.
One day, something unusual catches her attention.
The noise was coming from the kitchen. It was a small rustling noise, not terribly alarming or anything, just the noises that houses make sometimes.
When the sound starts up again, it's harder to ignore.
I heard the rustling again, but it was bigger. It was much bigger than I'd heard before. It sounded like, I was picturing like a large rat or something.